Today I'll be showing you how you can increase your average order value or AOV and increase your store performance by just implementing 4 simple things. Now these 4 things are pretty crucial for the success of your store, and there's also the same things that we implement and we look at when we start working with clients or even with existing clients to increase their performance even more. Some of them are a bit easier to do, others are a bit harder and a bit complexer, but all of them can increase your AOV dramatically and your conversion rate by a lot, leaving you with more revenue and more profit at the end of the day, and a better performance on your ads as well. And if you're new here, my name is Vincent and I started running ads around 2016, where I helped an e-com brand scale from 55K to 150K on a consistent basis with Facebook ads and Google ads. And then I started my agency, Chipper, where I help e-com brands such as yourself and lead generation brands scale with our identity hooking system all over the world while managing a 7-figure ad spend. So let's jump right in. The first thing is actually introducing bundles. So throughout the whole video, I'll be using the example of an existing client. He sells golf clubs that help you increase your golf swing and just become better at golf. So for these examples, I'll be using everything related to golf. And for this example with the bundles, instead of the customer just buying one club, they actually get the full set. So they get the driver, the 7-iron and the wedge. This all gives us a higher AOV and makes sure that also the shipping costs are covered and that the performance of the ads and the store just increases overall. So if I break it down a bit more on how exactly these bundles work, we basically analyzed the competitor pricing and we found out that we can offer around like a 23% or an $88 discount on the bundles while still maintaining profitability and healthy margins. And for example, the driver is normally $159, the 7-iron is normally $119 and the wedge is $109. So normally that would be around $387 worth, right? But with the bundle you can buy the 3 sets of clubs just for $299, which saves the customer actually $100. And this actually is a good kind of value proposition, which is also extremely compelling, and it will automatically bump up your AOV. An extra thing that you can do, which is just a psychological trick, is the decoy effect, right? It's the same with the popcorn effect. If you go to the movies, you have small, medium, large, and the price difference between the small and the medium is a bit higher, but the price difference between the medium and the large one is super low, so you automatically go to the large one. It's the same, I think, with McDonald's. You know, the extra large fries costs like 20 cents more, so a lot of people tend to go for it because it just increases the AOV. The cost for them is way lower to just produce it, and that way, you know, they get more money in the bank. And that's exactly the same thing that you can apply to your store to just increase your AOV. It will automatically increase your ROASs. You can spend more to acquire customers. So it's a good tip to implement. The second thing for the client that we actually will be doing, and for all the clients that we work with, is look at the whole website, right? So at the moment, they have a conversion rate between 1 to 1.9, which is not a lot. Our average for our clients is normally around 5 to 7%. By optimizing the conversion rate, even from 1% to 3 or 4%, you can triple or quadruple your revenue. So it's a big difference. It's a difference between 50K a month to even 200K a month. And let me show you how you can actually do this for your brand. So for our customers, we always look at the full funnel, right? So we start at the homepage or the landing page where we drive the most amount of traffic to. Then we actually go down the whole funnel by adding the product to the cart, looking at the checkout, checking out, and that way we can really see how we're actually losing clients during the whole funnel. Another tool that you can use is something like a Hotjar or a Lucky Orange for those more in-depth analysis, because then you can see how people are reacting to the site, how they're browsing towards it. Also always look towards optimizing your site on mobile devices, because most amount of traffic actually comes from mobile devices. And by just going through the whole funnel, you can see, for example, if an automatic discount is not being applied or if shipping rates are super high, which lowers the conversion rate, and those things you can pick up and start to optimize for. So just to give you an example, the biggest drop off, for example, is on mobile devices, which of course nowadays accounts, I think, for more than 85% of all the traffic for every single website. So to optimize your website for mobile devices is actually the most important thing. So for example, the checkout process takes 6 steps, while it actually should just take 3 steps. And nowadays, if you have an e-com store built on Shopify, it's super easy to implement. They just recently launched a new feature, which is the one-page checkout. So instead of having 2 pages where people have to go through, everyone can just fill out their details on 1 page, which dramatically increases your AOV. So if you haven't implemented it, start implementing it. For this client, we also identified that the product page is lacking like a bit of key information. So for example, there's like no size guide of how tall the clubs are. There's not really clear policy return. There's no clear way to showcase how the product is being used, which is, all situated below the fold, which is pretty crucial to have the most important information above the fold. So just by adding these little things and putting the most crucial information above the fold, you can easily improve your conversion rate. And that can be the difference, like I said, between a 50K a month to a 200K a month, basically. The other thing that we will be doing is sourcing a lot of UGC content from creators, so that we have a wide variety of content that we can use in the ads as well as on the landing pages. Nowadays, video referrals or just like video reviews work really well, even if it's a UGC style video. And by using a lot of UGC, we can actually reach way more people, which will increase the performance of the ads and store conversions as well. How we usually approach this is by going to platforms such as Incense or Influy, or even look on social media on Instagram to find some influencers that we can work with. The key is that it's not just any influencer, but they're actually people who can demonstrate the quality of your products in authentic ways and also resonate with your ideal client. So for example, for our client, we'll be looking more towards people who already play golf or they're starting to play golf and also fit that type of persona. And then we'll be sending our products to them, source some content, and provide them with high converting scripts that they can just record, so we can use them in the ads, basically. Another smart thing that you can do is add upsells, or what we call as well free gifts. So for example, for this client, it can be golf balls that can go with the clubs, or even cleaning towels or protective sleeves that you can put around the gloves, basically. And this all increases AOV as well. For us, we've done extensive research to find similar products, look at competitors, what they're actually offering. And we know that the sweet spot for those offers is right after a client adds something to the cart and starts checking out. And then also you can play a little psychology trick on them by actually making the offer feel exclusive. For example, you can say like, congratulations, you've unlocked the special offers. Add these premium balls for just $9.99. Normally they're $24.99 or something. And this already creates a sense of urgency as well as a special access to a deal. And most of the times this increases AOV as well. So what works well is adding a frequently bought together section at the bottom of your website. If you look at Amazon, for example, they implement these things as well. Clothing brands can do this as well. So you can have, for example, a t-shirt plus a pants plus socks, for example. They can even create a bundle. For this type of client, it can be the bundle of the 3 clubs plus a cleaning towel and then maybe some golf balls. So you can not only keep your clubs clean, but you can also start playing once the clubs arrive, basically. And then the last thing that can automatically increase your AOV and just get more revenue in general is by implementing a buy for X amount of dollars and get free shipping. That way you increase your AOV automatically. The shipping costs are covered. If they don't buy for that amount, they have to pay for shipping. And at the end of the day, you will end up with more profit. This, in combination with the last thing that I mentioned, the upsells, is actually super golden combination. Because for example, if they buy 1 club and the threshold is $150, for example, and their club just costs $130, the balls cost like $25, they will automatically add it in, because that way they don't have to pay for shipping, which automatically increases the AOV. Your shipping is covered, you get more money in the bank at the end of the day. So those are things that you can implement as well. So if you look at the specific data for our client, our average shipping costs around $20 because the clubs are big, they're tall, they're heavy. And so if, for example, we set the threshold at $150 when they get free shipping, then we can increase the AOV, because based on our data, we see that around $127 is the average AOV that we get, which actually encourages people to add more stuff into their cart, and we're going to test this strategy with similar products. And normally for our clients, we see like a increase of 20 to 25% extra in their AOV in just the first month of implementing this feature. And then to wrap this up, I really want to emphasize that these aren't just like theoretical improvements. These are actually proven strategies that we've implemented successfully with our clients. And when we all combine these elements from the bundles, the website optimization, the UGC content, the smart upsells, and even the free shipping threshold, we're always looking at a potential revenue increase of around 300 to 400%. And the best part is that all the systems you're able to implement pretty fast. So go ahead, try them in your store. And just one last tip, do this all based on your backend data to really nail it, because data never lies basically. And now, if you want more help setting up your campaigns, or you need personal advice to scale from 6 figures to 7 figures a month in revenue, then go ahead and book a call with me down below, and I'll work with you personally one-on-one to help scale your brand and stay profitable. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Vincent from Chipper, and please subscribe if you want to stay ahead of the curve with Facebook ads and Google ads. I'll see you in the next one.